Alrighty, everybody. So, as we know, the new Bloxburg map is getting revamped, so, we gotta make a bunker, because I'm not moving, the OG map's just a better map,
Dude, I don't know why you use this garage door. It has windows, the windows are gonna break when the meteor strikes, it's it's not smart.
Dude,
not
it's
smart.
tinny tough, and it's glass windows, so it's it can't break. It's extra strong.
I don't think it works like that.
No, it does. That plus, the top part can get blown up. It doesn't really matter because everything's, the floor below.
Yeah, but the door you used below is also.
No, it's not.
glass.
That has no window. That has no window.
Glass window. No, it does.
No, the second one
wait.
does.
No, you're right. The second one does. The first one does.
And as we can see here, I'm coloring everything like a metal. So clearly, it's all made out of metal. It's extra strong. It's not gonna be some crappy wood or anything like that. It's not gonna decay.
Dude, you should use plastic. Smooth plastic is what's up. Diamond plate everything. Yo, diamond plate everything is tough.
The diamonds would not last, bro. Those diamonds would be bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm telling you right now. I think that what I did's pretty timmy tough. And you look at all the trees. Okay, and you look at all the trees being placed down, bro. That is where it's up.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and so you can clearly see I put some vines down to show that it's been out here for a while. Not really used much except for this one little reason, and that it's not getting really taken care of either because like I said before, everything's down below, so it doesn't really matter what's coming up happening at the top. As I was saying before. Yep. Here I'm adding the dirt just to make it look more kind of, I guess, lively and not as boring. And then the leaves are pretty neat too. I think that kind of really shows that there are a lot of trees placed down. I had to make this rusty as well because it's been out here for a while, like I said before, and ain't nobody delivering anything to a bunker. Let's be real. Okay, then here I'm really starting to make the inside part of this little garage area. And I couldn't actually find the right color on the grass, but I did eventually actually find it. The problem was I didn't use the right texture, so I just ended up covering it all up with dirt. But you don't actually have to do that because you can find it. Just don't do the same texture as I did because it was not right. And I added this little grave here because this is where Honors dies. So because he's not getting invited into the bunker. I boot him out. It shows him walking in the intro, but I kick him out right after. Right? Don't you agree? Yeah, I know you.
So no. What did everyone think on the intro though? Because the intro of the video is what's up.
Yeah, I saw you posted that as a YouTube short, and then all the text got cut out.
I know. I was thinking midway through, I was like, I should probably change the text, but.
Alright, and this room here, I just have to add this. It becomes a little garden room. It's not part of the recording, but all I do is just use basic shapes on the left and right side. And then color the top part of the basic shape brown with slate. And then I put some carrots in there and some sorrel, yeah?
My YouTube short has gotten 400 and something views. The comment and the like seems a little hard to read to me. Just
dude, that's a tough comment. That's where it's at. I will do as an FYI, there's a lot of stuff that gets cut out from the video. I did off camera, but most of it you really don't even need. And I feel I did so many changes to things as well, going back and forth, that would have been kind of confusing to follow. You just if you look at the tour at the end and you notice something, you can add it, but honestly, you can just do whatever you want because most of the things aren't that big of a deal. And then here as well, I'm doing my outline. I did change one little part of it later on, but that is included in the video. So if you just want to leave it as this is right here, then add that in later when I do, that's totally fine. Alright, then here I'm actually making everything into a basement, and I'm going to cover it with the grass again, and then later on, I do end up getting rid of it. And the part where the second door is, I make the ceiling a metal, so just keep that as an FYI, not that it totally matters. And then this is the foyer. I think it turned out okay. It's a little bit open, but I tried to cover a lot of like, space up with little details. But yeah, honestly, I have anything you want to add to that? As I'm putting down the couches, which is pretty neat. And then I think, yeah, I'm adding the custom carpet in. All the carpets in this build are custom.
I don't understand why you do that.
So you can use the decals, bro, so you get a lot more free reign of what you want it to look like. Like,
yeah,
if I wanted to, I could go and like look at a YouTube video and then look up like carpet decals and get like really cool decal codes.
Yeah,
I didn't do that, but...
The classic carpet is just like so iconic, you know?
Okay, alright, retro slot.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry. Alright, here, this is like a lot of trial and error. I tried to put like a little like painting on like an angle. I did eventually kind of get it right. I ended up making it like the OG Bloxburg map.
Yeah, this is a dumb concept. Don't do this. This is stupid.
Dude, it's Timmy Tough. It's a painting like on angle, bro.
Yeah, no.
No, it's tough. It's tough. I did end up just copying and pasting some things as well. So if you just want to like do what I did and just copy and paste, you can. But honestly, if I were you, I'd actually try and maybe put some more effort into that part. You'll see because the little like shelving I have here, I do decorate this and just literally copy and paste the thing like the room over, and instead of just redecorating it because I got lazy. So yeah, don't be like me in that department. Yeah, you see here, I put some frames.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been kind of cool if you made this like the hidden door and had it be like a hidden room, and it'd have like a bunch of Robux in it or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Like a hidden room inside of the bunker.
Yeah, because like you see, delete that door there, put like a painting on the wall, and use that shelf as like a secret door. Because that shelf is the secret door in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that'd be pretty Timmy Tough. You could always add that. Like,
if only you had me, but
sure.
I mean, like, I mean, it's still a pretty good build and everything. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna get your power from.
I have a power
literally
box.
just hit your town. Yeah, but
there are underground power lines.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing that like I couldn't really get behind your lack of food and vegetation. Once we get further down the line, I'll elaborate. But
no, elaborate now, because I literally put the garden area in the entrance. I put some carrots in there. I didn't do a lot, but
yeah,
you can clearly tell.
Lack of vegetation is not going to last you long, especially if your town literally just got struck by a meteor. So I really think like if that's the one thing that you could have improved on was adding more vegetation in that area. I did like the use of modern counters here and throughout the build. You did have a good budget of 100k. You did have to stop for a little work break, but I mean I think this was a really good build all around. I love the use of the modern countering cabinets. My favorite, best cabinets and counters in the entire game by far.
After the update.
Not even, I mean, after the update they got nerfed, but still, you can just basic shapes and make it look beautiful. So, best counters in the game, best island in the game, best cabinets in the game. I love the utilization here. I love the decoration you're putting around in here. Effort you're taking to put in your bathroom. I mean, immaculate. I could never do this. Structural around the painting, making it look a little bit more lively, putting a bit more effort into that one painting. The color and material usage you have throughout the build is just amazing. I don't know, I don't like that tile, but I mean, I see you going with the custom carpet once again. I would change the color of the curtain behind you on the shower. I really like the box sink I like that. Adds the modern theme. Not a big fan of that shower you used.
Shower?
I feel like it's a little bit more of a brokey shower compared to a rich shower, especially because you're using all these modern elements and expensive items in your build just to have a little brokey shower. I mean, do better. Let's evaluate this kitchen here. I like the use of the wall here. I don't know about that fridge placement. Okay. Oh, I love that stove. Best stove in the game. Well, the dual one is a little bit better, but for your budget, your kind of build, your kind of style, I think that fits you really well. I don't like what you did with the hood here. There are better hoods in the game. Yeah. Thank you for changing that up. I love the cabinet. I love putting the oven there. That was very big. love the pillar usage here. I mean, I would use the regular pillars. Brokey little tea kettle and
That's the expensive
dishwasher.
one. That's expensive tea kettle.
Nah, I don't like the look of that one. Brokey dishwasher. I like that kitchen sink that you used. All around the layout's pretty well. I love the backdrop that you did here. This is awesome. I would change the tiles though. I would probably make that marble if I was you for a really modern and luxurious and elegant design. But I mean, all around, really good kitchen. I gotta give this like a 8.75 out of 10 in terms of design and material usage and just everything. It was a pretty good kitchen. Better options that you could have for the placement of the fridge and the fridge that you used. I mean, so much better you could have done, but custom carpet once again, pretty solid. I mean, bravo in my opinion. This is a pretty good kitchen here. So I'm a big fan. 8.75 out of 10.
You have to give me your thoughts on the living room. I did a lot of trial and error in here because I didn't really know what to do with the fireplace.
See, I do this all the time in my living rooms. I love what you're doing here. This looks awesome. I actually did this in my most recent build. I love that couch. This is great so far.
You're a fan of the L couch?
Yep, great chair. I don't know what to say about that dual chair there. I would have used a smaller couch. Okay, good coffee table. That's pretty good. Let's see what you do here. Okay, put some books there. Pretty good detail, something I wouldn't do. I like the plants here that you're using. Nice painting. Once again, copy and pasted with the structural around it. That's good attention to detail. See, you guys have a little tiny dining room back here. I mean, like, you're not adding to the modern atmosphere, modern vibe that you're trying to put in here using that table, but the chairs, the rustic chairs, are pretty good. I don't like the colors that you used. I usually keep them default, but it does match with the doors. You got a tan theme going on here, so I mean, it'll work. See, I would add more variation in the walls. I'm not a big fan of just making everything white. I like to use cobblestone with the smoky gray or dark stone gray kind of texture, or slate, or, well, not really slate, more like groutless bricks. I like to use linen, dark tapo planks along walls, but still, I mean, pretty solid. Got a nice painting there. Once again, back at it.
This flooring was a bit annoying.
Yeah, good attention to detail. Yeah, that bed is the right choice. Definitely going fit in with the modern theme. I don't know about this cabinet. Dresser choice. So much better options. You could use the industrial to match with the bed, but instead you chose to use the traditional, which I mean is okay because I mean the vibe and build that you're going for, a mix of modern elegancy and traditionalism. So I think it's solid picks. Good coloring once again. Yeah, let's see what you got here. Nice little alarm clock. Lamp.
I actually don't end up putting a custom carpet into that room. I know you're not a fan, so you're welcome. Yeah, most of the master kind of got cut off. I just thought it was kind of a boring room, so. But yeah, literally all it is just a copy and paste of the other room, and then like a bathroom.
Well, I mean, did you put a TV down in the living room?
I do, off camera. I did the $2,000 like wall television.
Okay, you could have used the 3.6 thousand, but I mean, all around solid bunker. So I'll let you get to it on this part of the build.
Okay, it is now tour time. All right, let me put in the code real quick. Let me put in the code. Okay, come up inside. You go first, honors. Yep. Let me give you perms as well. Okay, I gotta put the code in here, and you can open this door. Come through here.
Oh, you got your little farm?
Yeah, you gotta farm up in here, and this is where it becomes kind of like a normal house. Bathroom up in here. Oh, got our little dining room. This is the kitchen. I thought kind of looked like one that you'd make.
It does.
Yeah.
You used the modern counter.
I did use modern counter. Got the little living room here. And I squeezed in a little kid's room. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but you can come peep it. Yeah, it works though. Then here's the Master bedroom. Yeah, I made sure to put my guitars in.
Guys, we should do a meteor roleplay.
Meteor roleplay. It's gotta be OD at that point. Yeah, but this is what we got here. You know, you got all you need. We got the farming, your little like mini house, and if you come peep the back, I know I already showed you this, but we have the little grave as well, with a whole lot of plants and trees.
That will all die in the meteor.